Today we're going to learn how to animate a line drawing, like this, and export it as a Lottie file. A lightweight, code-based animation you can drop into an app, a website, or video. I'll show you two ways to make it. The first using After Effects, step by step, and the second that takes just a few clicks. Start by bringing in your reference image and locking it so it stays put while you trace. Then grab the pen tool and start drawing your path over it. Take your time here. Clean points now mean a clean animation later. When you finish a line, hit return. That detaches it, so the next line you draw starts fresh as its own path, instead of continuing on from the last one. Now that the shape is traced, let's look at the paths. You can see each line is its own separate path. And you'll notice the same thing in the Layers panel, where each one shows up on its own. That separation is exactly what lets us animate them independently later. Next, let's set up the stroke. Select all your lines so we can adjust them together in one go and head over to the stroke panel. Here, pay attention to the start and end point settings. Keep these on none, round, or square. If you use another cap style, the line gets converted into a filled shape instead of staying a simple path. And when that happens, the animation won't draw along your line, it'll trace around the outline of the shape instead. Into the stroke settings, the stroke style needs to be basic, not dynamic, and not brush. Then back in the style options, make sure it's set to solid, not dashed, and check there's no width profile applied so the stroke stays a uniform thickness the whole way along. Set the join to square, and your stroke is clean and ready to animate. Now we need to put the whole shape into a frame. Right-click your selection and choose Frame Selection. We'll use this frame in both methods. For the After Effects method, we'll also export it as an SVG, head to Export, and save it as SVG. We'll bring that into After Effects in a moment. Alright, Method 1. In After Effects, drag the SVG we just exported into the project. Then drag it down into a composition. That sets us up with our line ready to start animating. Quick tip: click the transparency grid button at the bottom of the composition panel. This swaps the black background for a checkered one, so you can see exactly what's transparent. That's handy here, since our Lottie will sit on top of whatever's behind it later. Now the key step. Right-click the layer and choose Create Shapes from Vector Layer. Until now, After Effects treats this SVG as a single closed vector. It can see it, but it can't touch the individual paths inside. Converting it to a shape layer unlocks those paths, turning each line into an editable shape that trim paths can grab onto. That's what makes the whole animation possible. After the conversion, you'll have your new shape layer, and the original SVG layer is still sitting there underneath. We don't need it anymore, so go ahead and delete it. From here on, we're working entirely with the shape layer. Now let's thicken the stroke a little. Open up the shape's stroke width and bump it up until the line reads clearly. Pick whatever weight looks right for your design. Now click the little arrow to expand the shape layer. Inside, you'll see that each line is its own separate group, its own independent vector. This is exactly the structure we set up back in Figma, and it's what lets us animate each line on its own. Now for the heart of it, trim paths. Let's start with just one group to see how it works. Select the group, click the add arrow next to it, and choose Trim Paths from the menu. This is the tool that actually creates the drawing on effect. It lets you reveal a stroke gradually, from start to finish. Let me show you what each of these does. First, Start. As I drag Start up from 0 toward 100, you can see the line erasing away. From the beginning, moving forward. Now, End. As I bring End down from 100 toward 0, the line disappears too, but from the other direction, from the end backward. So Start and End each control one tip of the line. For a drawing on effect, End is the one we want. So let's animate it. I'll bring End back to 0. The line vanishes completely. Move the playhead to the start and click the stopwatch next to end to set our first keyframe. Now move the playhead forward to where you want the drawing to finish and set end to 100. After Effects fills in everything in between, and there's our line drawing itself on. Rather than redo all that for every line, let's reuse it. Select both keyframes and copy them. Command+C on Mac, or Control+C on Windows. Now we can paste this same animation onto the other lines. Now select all the groups at once and paste with Command+V, or Control+V on Windows. After Effects applies that same trim paths animation to every line, though right now they're all moving together, which we'll improve next. Right now the motion feels a bit stiff and mechanical, because it animates at a constant speed. Let's fix that. Select your keyframes, right-click, and choose Easy Ease. This eases the animation in and out, so instead of starting and stopping abruptly, the line flows on smoothly and settles naturally. Small change, big difference in how polished it feels. Right now all the lines draw on at the same time. To make it feel more alive, I'll stagger them, shifting each group's keyframes a little later than the one before, so the lines draw on one after another instead of all at once. Before we export, let's trim the composition down. Drag the end of the work area in so it stops right where your animation finishes. This trims off any empty time at the end. You don't want your Lottie file sitting there doing nothing after the line's done drawing. Tight and clean, exactly the length of the animation. To export, I'm using BodyMovin, the extension that turns your After Effects animation into a Lottie JSON file. If you don't have it installed, there's a link in the description. I open it up, choose where to save the file, and export. So that's how to do it in After Effects. It works, but it's a lot of steps just to animate one line. Now let me show you a much faster way. Back in Figma, I searched the plugins for Draw Me Lottie, which does exactly what we just did by hand, in a fraction of the steps. Once it's open, you can play with the settings right here. Draw Me Lottie lets you create the whole draw-on animation in seconds. Set your colors, adjust the easing, and control the order the lines play in. Everything we did by hand in After Effects built right into a few controls. When you hit Export, you'll see two options, dotLottie and JSON. Here's the difference. JSON is the classic Lottie format. It's widely supported and works almost everywhere, so it's the safe default. dotLottie is a newer, compressed format. It bundles everything into one smaller file, which is great for performance, but not every platform supports it yet. If you're not sure, go with JSON. If your platform supports dotLottie and you care about file size, that's the lighter option. And now you've got your Lottie file, ready to drop into pretty much anything. An app, a website, a video, any platform that supports Lottie. That's the whole point of the format. One lightweight file and it runs everywhere. And that's it. 2 ways to animate a line in Lottie. Thanks for watching. If this helped, drop a like and leave a comment if you have any questions or ideas. And check out the links in the description. See you next time.